And now I'd like to welcome Mr. Kurt Vonnegut, America's greatest living writer.
Well, this is the best of times, this is the worst of times, so what else is new? There is good news and there's bad news tonight. The bad news is that the Martians have landed in New York City and have checked in at the Waldorf. The good news is that they only eat homeless men, women, and children of all colors, and they pee gasoline. Only kidding. But seriously, isn't it time somebody investigated Yale University to find out what the heck they're teaching there? We must all have behaved terribly in some other life, because we're sure as hell in hell now. Is hell hot enough for you yet? Just be patient. The polar ice caps will be completely gone in a year or two, thanks to our misbehavior in this life. Now, does George Bush care? Forget George Bush, for God's sake. You might as well be mad at a hot fudge sundae. Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld is the one we want to get rid of right away. I was never anything more than a corporal, but I sure know a lot more about war than he does. How to win, how to lose. I am so old I can remember the Vietnam War. In that one, like this one, a whole lot of people were killed, and a much smaller number of people. Armaments manufacturers made billions, merchants of death. $1 million nowadays, the size of a Nobel Prize for doing something really good for the human race, is just a white chip now. And nowadays it is Donald Rumsfeld, not the hot fudge sundae, who orchestrates the distribution of death and easy money. Whence come the billions filling the pockets of so many Republicans today and tomorrow? We borrow them from the Chinese communists. My great-grandchildren will be expected to pay the communists back with compound interest. Not that there will be any jobs over here. Where did I get the idea that Ronald Reagan had overthrown communism because he was so affable? It's not true. Now, those of us who protested the Vietnam War, which didn't end until the locals kicked us out of Indochina, so peace could be restored there, we used to chant a lot when we held demonstrations, to no avail, of course. The merchants of death were making too much money. So let me give you a chant for today, while we wait for the locals in the Middle East to kick us out. It's just 2 syllables, or it's just 2 words. Now, I'd like to rehearse it if we could, but the first word is fire. And as Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr. pointed out, you cannot say, you are not protected by the First Amendment if you say fire in a crowded theater. And so, all right, I'd like to rehearse it, the first word anyway, but say it softly so as not to spread panic. Is just fire, 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 fire. Now, when you get outside, you can yell it and attract a hell of a lot of attention. All right, and the second word is rummy. Try that, please. You can say that loud, rummy, 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 rummy. All right, now let's try the 2 together. And please, when you get out of here, at the top of your lungs, do it. Fire, rummy, fire, rummy, fire, rummy, fire, rummy. All right. Thank you very much.